We are following all the leads and all the evidence. If anyone has any information, please report it to the FBI or local law enforcement. Thank you.
On behalf of President Tubinez, who we've been communicating with, and she's on her way back right now, I say that on behalf of Utah Valley University, we are shocked and saddened by the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk. We express our sincere condolences to the Kirk family. We grieve with our students, faculty, and staff who bore witness to this unspeakable tragedy. He was invited by the student group Turning Point USA to speak on our campus. We firmly believe that UVU is a place to share ideas and to debate openly and respectfully. Any attempt to infringe on those rights has no place here. We do not condone any form of violence at UVU and seek to make our campus a safe place for all.
You talking shit, getting clicks. We live. I'm Mo 3 times. We're halfway there, guys. Tonight's show. Wow. This is not the show that I think I had planned for this evening. Not at all. We live. We have a call-in show, and I'm gonna need you guys tonight because it's crazy out there in these streets. It's a lot to talk about. It's definitely a lot to talk about. So, if you're looking at the thumbnail that's been enlarged, you will see the the North Carolina train stabber, DeCarlos Brown Jr. from left. I'm going from left to right, and you'll see Donald Trump. See Denzel Washington. You will see next to Denzel Charlie Kirk, who just recently passed away from a violent attack in Utah. Below Charlie, you will see Greta Thunberg, whose flotilla was attacked on its way to Gaza. Then to the right, you'll see ASAP Rocky. And then right there, the last person to the right, you'll see Hyundai Karen. We'll get to her real name and these real stories this evening. I had all these ready to go for you, and then out of the blue, just a couple of hours ago, I don't know, love, 2 hours ago maybe, 3 o'clock, news comes in that right-wing conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was brutally shot while he was doing his normal job on college campuses. Usually Charlie Kirk is he's a right-wing commentator. He goes to college campuses and he debates his conservative talking points with students. He's also the founder of Turning Point USA, which is a conservative youth group for conservative youth. Wow. All right, let's get it rocking. Let's get it rocking here. Anything. Wednesday. Sorry, a little off. We got a call-in show. You might want to pick up your phone this evening and give us a dial and spread your knowledge with us. Share your voice, share your opinions. 313-825-5557, because we got a lot to talk about tonight. Let's go back to Charlie Kirk. Let's go back to You know what would be cool though? What would be awesome if I put the live chat in. That's something I didn't do. How about for the live chat? Oh my God, that was a fake yay. I can tell. Okay. All right. Somebody say something in the chat. I see we have Kato, Ramid, Mike, Love. We're in here. I don't know why my live chat isn't working. Maybe because I need to do that. Here you guys are. I'll blow it up just a bit. All right, so if you guys do not know who this is, we're probably going to be talking about him in the news for, I'm going to say, at least the next week or two. This could be the entire show, honestly. This is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk has basically built his brand as one of the most recognizable faces of young conservative activism in America. He was born in 1993 in the Chicago suburbs. He skipped traditional college, traditional college route to launch Turning Point USA, which I mentioned before. It's an organization that grew into a massive conservative youth network. Now, over the years, Kirk became a fixture on Fox News. He's a regular at political conferences and a loyal ally to Donald Trump. He married his wife, Erica, back in 2021, and together they started a family. And he projected the image of a rising star in both conservative politics and Christian media circles. Now, we won't go there. But recent events have cut that trajectory short. His sudden death is shocking to a lot, and has left has left many on the right reeling, and others kind of reflecting on the sharp divides he embodied. His supporters remember him as a bold cultural warrior. His critics recall him as someone who thrived on outrage and division, and that's where I need to be honest. That's why we're here. I'm on 3 times. This is going to be one of those ones you may want to call in. 313-825-5557. But this is where I have to be totally and completely honest with you guys, right? I believe that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And I believe that words can heal, and I believe that words can destroy. And I am a staunch and firm believer in the First Amendment. I mean, I don't think that speech should ever be met with violence, but we cannot kid ourselves here. Words do matter, and they shape how we see each other and how we treat each other, and sometimes how we kind of survive with each other. So to some, Kirk was a hero. He was a hero. He was a fighter for conservative causes. When reports of the shooting broke just like moments ago, my feed lit up with posts full of rage and posts full of grief. And I picked out one of these posts that I saw early on because I think this is going to be indicative of the average, I don't know, as someone who is a supporter of Charlie Kirk. Okay, and basically one person wrote, I am in effing tears. I'm in tears right now. This is insane. If you're a Democrat, if you watch mainstream media, this is your fault. You scumbags don't know what you've started. We're done. If it ain't God, country, family, then it's fuck you. Hashtag prayers for Charlie. Children, are we really yaying that? Keep it real. Yeah. The funny thing though, is that when I clicked on this person's profile who posted this, I saw no outrage in that early June time frame. Like when the Minnesota speaker Melissa Hortman, you remember that, and her husband, and then Senators John Hoffman and his wife were gunned down in another attack that very same morning in Minnesota? Nothing. I mean, these acts were, targeted political violence. It was a man impersonating a cop, carrying a hit list of nearly 70 names, aiming to terrorize Democratic lawmakers. Yet the silence from the very people crying foul now for Kirk was deafening. That's kind of hypocritical, compassion only when it's politically convenient. Right? No mention of that on his timeline. The news wasn't even media. The mass media was not as passionate. Of course, thoughts, prayers, talks of political violence. But right now, as I've been watching live feeds of Charlie Kirk, oh my goodness. All the mainstream media companies are decrying this act. As they should. But yeah, I don't feel the same energy that two state politicians from Minnesota got. I just did not see that. Maybe this is not the time or place to speak out about this. Definitely is the time and place to speak out about this. It's never not a right time or place to speak out about anything. I think Charlie Kirk himself knew that. But let's talk about this. My own memory of Charlie Kirk will always be tied to this one moment when he was talking about the qualifications of black pilots. I did a show about this earlier this year. Or maybe late last year. It's been a while.
Yeah, before the election.
And the comments spoke volumes to me, and it wasn't about aviation at all. It was more about the baked-in distrust and racism that are still in our institutions right now. So no, I did not agree with his politics, and no, I'm not going to mourn his death. And while others may remember him as a champion, I'm going to remember him as a man whose words carried weight and often cut in deep and wrong ways. That is how I'm going to remember him. All right, let me know how you guys feel about it. Call in 313-825-5557. Oh, it's too soon. It's not too soon. This is exactly what we need to be talking about. Love. I believe when he was, and we'll all right, political assassination, they're calling it. I'm saying he was shot. They are flying the flags at half staff for Charlie Kirk right now. And it made me look. I had to look into this. I had to look into it a little bit. What's going on, everybody? I had to look into this a little bit more. Like, because I remember, Carter died, right? He died right before Trump was about to be inaugurated, and Trump removed the flags from being half staff to full staff for his day, and then he returned them. I mean, it was kind of a petty move, but I guess he had to have his inauguration with the flags fully up there. But I mean, when the Minnesota lawmakers were killed, he didn't fly half staff. No, not at all. He's flown the flag at half staff. Let's look it up. I had it before. I had it here. Let's check it out. All right, so the first time, Jimmy Carter, he made him come back up and then he put him back down because they would have murked him. Death of Pope Francis, half staff. Fallen Firefighters Weekend for one day. Memorial Day, Prayer for Peace from until noon. Minneapolis church shooting that happened August 27th with, I believe it was a transgender shooter. And then memory of Charlie Kirk. So, no, the Minnesota politicians were not. Flags weren't flown half staff. Because they were Democrats, you said? I mean, that goes without saying. The reason why I'm here is because Like, how long are we supposed to live? Because I know this. Listen, when he first passed, Michael was in here and he told me because he was on his phone. I was putting the show together and he was like, "Oh man, I can't believe it." And I was just watching something earlier. It was a documentary, I can't believe, but they were showing a graph of young people being more conservative now, and they were showing the people that got them tied in. Charlie Kirk being one of those people. Andrew Tate, all of them got these guys into this conservative red zone here, and Michael is a young kid, and I have heard some conservativeness coming out of him. So when I went on my tirade about Charlie Kirk, like, all right, because I was really like that. I'm not going to lie, I was like that. Like, all right. He was kind of upset about it. And then I went in, I broke down, like, from my point of view, like, all of the crazy ish I've heard this man talk over his time of being a commentator out here. And, like, he listened to me, but he was still kind of upset about it. So I know that these guys like Charlie Kirk, they really have a lot of influence over the younger generation.
Because they rely on younger people. That are
Young,
Christian.
impressionable, Christian. Yeah. Yes, they do. And people can be misled. You know?
And I was
So
explaining to him how just calling yourself a Christian doesn't make you a Christian.
that's true. Calling yourself a Christian does not make you a Christian.
Because you can talk about I'm a Christian, but then everything else that comes out of your mouth is pure hate
Evelyn.
for other people.
I'm an NFL Pro Bowler. You want to check my 40 time? That's what I am. You can be anything you say these days. I'm a Christian. I was baptized in the water. You were there. I looked up. I was looking at the preacher with my eyes open in the pool, and he kind of pushed me down a little more, and my air bubbles. Yeah, I came up choking. I was embarrassed. They were like, "Oh man, get the demon out of him." Where are you? And applause. Oh my God. If they do horns, I'm going to be killed. And disrespect. Disrespect. Shut up. Shut up. Shut it up. Yeah, exactly. That was disgusting. This is what I have to say, though. What I've already noticed, Jesse Waters was on Fox News. I was watching NBC or CBS, one of those news channels with the live feed. They were talking about it, and I am telling you, I have already heard the dog whistles. I have already heard the dog whistles. Now, earlier on, there was like an older gentleman they had pinned to the ground that said they shot, that had actually was the shooter, right? But they turned out not to be the shooter. I think they've already found, there was a Kash Patel came out and said that they have somebody in custody right now. So we're going to find out who, when, where, and what. And if it's a transgender, oh my goodness. It's going to be, oh my God. Please don't let it be a transgender. Please don't let it be. But that doesn't even matter because they're saying transgenders, right? They're saying these people are causing it. Because really, most of these mass shooters have been white males. You know, people have been doing this crap have been white males. And, but from that, what I have been hearing in the commentary when people are talking about Charlie Kirk, they are still pushing a narrative about crime in the United States. They're talking about crime. They're talking about gun violence, but they're doing it with little racist undertones. And I understand. Like, I'm a black man saying this, so it's like, oh, of course you're going to say that. But I am telling you right now, please listen to the black man right now. Please listen to the black man. And these MFs are going to use this Charlie Kirk incident to get rid of criminals. You know? They're getting rid of my Spanish-speaking criminals right now. We'll talk about the U.S. Supreme Court in a second, how we've just allowed racial discrimination to become legalized, even though it never went anywhere. But, I mean, yeah, you can't sue for it now anymore. You can't, even if you prove it, they're going to be like, oh, well, that's where we're going right now. This is where we are. We are going backwards right now. There it is. There it is. And I don't know. Should I? You told me not to because it's too soon, but I already know who's behind all this Charlie Kirk stuff. I got a theory. I have a theory. if you want to hear it after this,
They got their court.
after this drum riff is over, I might let you guys in on my little theory of what happened with Charlie Kirk. Talking shit, getting clicks. That's the channel. We live. It's Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. We're past that, but it's we live. We all in this together. I got a call in line 313-825-5557. If any of you guys want to just call in and how you guys just let me know how you feel about what's going on here. Are you guys already hearing the little racist dog whistles that I've been hearing that's been attached to the death of Charlie Kirk right now? Because I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say I saw the first suspect they had. It was a older white man with a bald spot with a nice little horseshoe blend on top, right? But I am going to go out there and put this out on them. It was probably a white dude that did this. I'm going to go, and if it's not, then all right. But I think it's a white dude and yet, why am I hearing racist dog whistles talking about crime and gun violence and attaching it really to black, I'm going to say black and brown folks? Why? They want to create with the hate. Let me know in the chat. Y'all want to hear my theory? Y'all want to hear my theory? Do you want to hear my theory? I want to tell it so bad. But if you don't want to hear it, then whatever. If you don't want to hear my theory, then... LOL, let's hear it. How you gonna...
Say yes.
How you're on a chat sitting next, like, she's 5 feet from me, guys. Don't get this. It's kind of movie match. All right, listen. I think Hillary did it. I'm going full screen. I think Hillary did it. I think it was a Democrat this time. I think it was a Democrat. I think this person had. I think it was a Democrat. Yeah, but a lot of the shooter in Philadelphia, not Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, he was a Trump supporter.
Well, at first, and then he wasn't.
He was obvious. So if you're shooting at, you're not supporting him anymore. But hey, if you're a Trump supporter and he's saying, "Hey, take these couple of dollars and shoot these shots at me, don't worry, it'll be okay. We're gonna win this." Because I still think that assassination was fake.
I think Charlie knew how to get a rise out of people, and he said a lot of ugly, racist, bad things about other people. And we all know that not all white people are the same. And
That's true.
When you say ugly things, they're angry and they're tired of the narrative. They're tired of people looking at them
Thinking
they're
that
just as bad as you,
like
and
they're
not,
racist. They're tired of.
We're not like you.
They're trying to get what. They're trying to get with little black mamas at work, huh? The little ebony shorty at work, and she's looking at him. She's looking at him past him like, yo, I can't trust you guys. I don't want to date you. I don't want to date you, Todd. I don't. It's not going down. It's not going down, Gary. It's not happening, Gary. Gary, it's not going to happen.
That is the reason, or it's also possible that.
And he's like, oh my
God. Like we're tired of being divided.
My beautiful black bonita. Let me show you how I'm down for the cause.
I don't agree, and there you go.
Yo, if little ebony shorty out there drove that man to madness, put some money on his books, please. Like, no, ultimately, I mean, it's not even a disclaimer. I'm not even like saying it because I'm scared or whatever, because I don't think Charlie Kirk was a good guy at all. But I do not believe that, even though he said some just crazy-ish, some diabolical, even though he was on some diabolical stuff. And I know people like to say, oh, he was a college dropout and he didn't finish school or anything. He was not a stupid guy. Like, he knew how to lay an argument down. Him and Candace Owens and those types, they're smart. They can play both sides. Like, I can argue that's like me just arguing right-wing talking points. I could do that. I could literally do that. But it's not true. It's not true at the end of the day. And I'm not for that misinformation. I don't play. Even though I know it will probably be more profitable. I'd have a plaque behind me right now if I was, talking stuff on the Democrats, even though I'm not a Democrat, independent here.
I feel like he wasn't faking. I feel like he truly felt that way.
You feel like he truly felt that?
Everything he said, all the racist comments he made, all the hateful things he said, those things were meant.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
meant what he said.
So even talking about him negative in this situation, just because the type of person I am, it doesn't sit right with me.
But
And
it's
that's
not-
what we were
it's not-
discussing.
It's not
Like,
necessarily being negative. This is what he used to do. This is why, probably one of the reasons why he was shot, because of he said a lot of things that
that bother people
and hurt people,
and
He
hurt
a lot of
people. And therefore, I don't know. There's others that do it even worse than how he's done it, and they've become unscathed, and that's why I think it was Hillary. It's Hillary, and it's all a sham because
No, I think
that
we'll find out
that
later.
Epstein birthday book is out, and Bill Clinton has been attached to it. We'll talk about that as well.
Who did it, and I think
What's up?
It's gonna be a white man.
It's going to be a white dude.
Absolutely, I think he's gonna be a white man.
Crazy white on white crime. We don't
And
discuss
I
that though.
told you earlier. He was talking about yesterday how between crime between white people and black people. And,
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, in a podcast yesterday, he was.
Let me know if you want this mic. I can throw it at you.
I really don't. I'm gonna shut up and you go ahead and do it.
All right.
But I'm telling people to call in though.
Yeah, all right. Tell people to call in. But also, you were coming up with like hits, like some of Charlie Kirk's greatest hits. You want to say some of those?
No, well, just one of them was him talking about.
You want to come closer? Or you want me to throw you this mic real quick?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw you the mic real quick. Hold on. Is this testing? There it is. There's your mic. Here it is.
Oh my God!
Good catch.
I didn't catch it though. Can you hear me? Okay. So one of the things that I found was an interview. Well, it was like an interview. He was a guest somewhere, and in 2023, and he was saying that some lives will have to be sacrificed for gun violence to keep the Second Amendment alive, and to think that he died. Talking about shootings, and he got shot and killed. After he said that some lives have to be, basically, some people basically have to be, pawns for this, and it's crazy to me. Like, wow, he truly said that, and then today he dies.
You got any more?
I think that's the only one I saved. I didn't save the other one.
Well, look for the other ones while I'm.
He was talking about empathy.
All right, well, give me a second. Look for the other ones, though. But it's funny that you say that because that's like one of the things that I wanted to talk about is because, like, I'm sitting here today and my first thought is like, yo, this is awful. And no, I'm not going to lie. My first thought was like, I really did. I shoulder shrugged. Like, yo, he's been talking so much shit for so long. Like, somebody was going to get him. Now, I wish he got some shoes thrown at him or somebody just walked up and just punched him in his eye. I don't wish death on anybody because I'm a good person. But I understand that a lot of people on that other side, they don't agree with that. I understand that there's some crazy people on the left that don't agree with that. But for me and the people I ride with, a lot of us, we hold our tongues on wishing death on people. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing in my
I don't
culture.
think we should wish death on anyone. I mean, although I've seen today more than any other.
Hey,
time, I've
just
seen-
give me a heads up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
Am I
problem.
on?
All right, yeah, well,
Oh, I didn't know you had to turn me off. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I don't think it's a good thing to to wish anyone death. I mean, that's horrible. Although sometimes you might think, oh my God, they deserve what they got, but I would never say anything like that. Like that, no one deserves to be killed like that. That was horrible. But I think he knew what he was doing. I think he knew that he got a rise out of people. I think obviously he walked around with security, so he knew that and apparently he had received many threats. Excuse me.
I would
Throughout
think so, too.
throughout the last few years, and people meant what they said. Like perhaps they never got to him yet, but somebody did today.
that was more than Twitter fingers. today.
Yeah, today
You
was
know?
the real thing. Terrible.
But that's the thing I'm saying. Is like we understand. Like he was talking that death stuff, and people get dealt. That's why I stay away from doing that, and I try not to even feel that way. And when I feel that feeling, I feel bad about it. But damn, like what do you expect?
So once again,
All right.
here comes.
Like a wink, wiggle your toe or something. Oh, there she is. Let's put her back in. Go for it.
I shouldn't have to ask for permission.
No,
I'm a guest.
No, yeah, but you got like a spot mic, and if you hear me, I can hear you through my mic and my mic because we're so close. So like, I have to mute your mic,
Okay.
so it sounds like audio quality
Yes.
is first and foremost.
Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Good. So now I have the mic now, and basically what I was saying is that he was talking a lot of trash, and I felt in my heart of hearts when this first happened, I had a Malcolm X chickens have come home to roost moment, to be frank and honest with you. And a lot of people are going to tell you that, hey, you can't, this is not the time for that, and don't talk bad on him, or we should be mourning him or whatever. But what the hell, bro? Like, he was against DEI. Did you know 300,000 people in DC area lost their jobs? You know, from rhetoric that he was speaking? Do you know that right now we are in the highest point of suicide season? And do you know that the top 3 causes of suicide is losing your job? That's someone's lives right there. 300,000 people were fired because of Doge and DEI and all the lies that this administration told, because all the shit that they stand for, it's the opposite. We want to get rid of DEI because these people aren't worthy of it and they didn't earn these jobs. And then we hire Pete Hegseth as our, not Secretary of Defense. And now we're the Secretary of War right now. But that goes right with the theme because he was supposed to be the president he was president to end all these wars. And we're going to have peace. And he was going to talk to Palestine and Israel and bring Ukraine and Russia down to nothing. But now we have a Department of War now. Everything that Donald Trump has said, and on all the things that people like his flunkies like Charlie Kirk boosted him up with, that shit is coming home to roost. That's what's happening. So, you keep your spirit of not talking bad about anybody or wishing bad on anybody, but they do not play that way. They don't. And that's why they're winning, because they are cutthroat and they don't care. They don't care if they destroy shit. It's like I said, like me, I had a friend back in the day. We'd be at his mom's house. His mom had tchotchkes and shit all in the living room, and he would always want to wrestle, and we'd be wrestling, and he would wrestle for his life. And I'm trying not to break stuff and still trying to pin him. And it's not a fair fight. You know what I mean? You break your mom's stuff, you break it, but I'm not trying to break your mom's stuff. Like, I got respect like that. But that's my downfall, because I have too much respect. So now I'm going to lose every time. So it's time to start being disrespectful. That's all I'm saying. That's just how I feel about it. If you disagree with me, and I understand if you do, because it's always about peace, let me know. 313-825-5557. How we doing in the chat? Love wants to speak.
No, what I was gonna say earlier that I forgot was that that Republicans are still focusing on there's all these people that want to hurt us. We're victims, but they're not focusing on the main issue, is that you are giving these people guns to go kill you, and you are still not talking about it. You don't want to bring it up. You refuse to say anything about it, and you still want to talk about the Second Amendment, but you want to blame everything and everyone. But the real issue, the issue is that they go to Walmart and get a gun and then go kill you at a rally.
And exactly. Children are clapping for you. It's the same thing as saying, usually that side is like when there's a woman that has been a victim of some type of assault, sexual assault. They'd be like, oh, what was she wearing? You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, we see your boy was out there in the streets with some fishnets and pumps on out there, and boom. Now you want to blame the perpetrator for it. So, I mean, like I said, they don't fight fair. They don't care. There's no logic to it. They call the left side emotional, and people that have sense emotional, but they're really emotional because, bro, if you're breaking rules that you make and then changing the rules and still breaking those rules, then come on, something's wrong with you. I can't believe I hit the yay button for myself. That sounds like it. All right, love. Anything wrapping up on this subject?
I don't know. It's sad. Overall, like I felt sad when I first heard that I said, oh, this is fake. He's just trying to get clout. And then when I read that he had died, actually, my heart felt kind of like just this sadness, because ultimately he's a human being. I don't think anyone deserves to be killed like that. He has a family, he has people that love him. He has two small children. That, it's tough.
Or maybe those two children he had in his household where he was raising them to be Nazis. You know what I mean?
Well, he was raising them, sure, to be like him, I'm sure. But that still doesn't mean that you wish him to die, Lord. Like, it was a sad situation. And I think it was horrible and it was not fair. But I just hope that the narrative focuses more on these guns that are not just killing him, but children and many other people that are not even talking out there, that are just bystanders, that are innocent, have nothing to do with anything. And I think that's what we need to focus on, not who the person that's doing it, but what they're doing it with. Because if you have access to them so easily, yes, it's gonna keep happening more and more. But no one wants to do anything about it. No one's doing anything about the root issue, which is the guns. We can just, like I said, we have done. I mean, literally in the South or wherever, other states, you can go to Walmart and get a gun, right?
Yeah, you can.
It's that easy. And then you don't know people's mental health. You don't know what they're thinking.
He was in Utah, so I would think that he would it's pretty lax in the guns. We can research it and everything like that. Also, like they said, there wasn't a lot of security there. That's another thing that I've noticed. When a lot of white people gather, they do not bring a lot of it, because in society we're told that they're safe. But we've been seeing lately a whole
brown folks and black folks are the dangerous ones in their eyes.
In their eyes, yes. Yeah. We're dangerous.
Meanwhile, they're the ones that are hurting themselves.
Right. Definitely. So, I mean, listen, lying to yourself and thinking that you're all great and saying that, hey, these guys, we're not like these guys, we're not like these guys, they're not like us. And then we figure out that, hey, there's some similarities there. Everybody needs to be cautious. No, I did not mention. Yes, at the same time, there was a school shooting in Colorado. Yep.
Get out of here.
Yes, there was. There was a school shooting in Colorado.
I did not know that. Wow.
Like right at the same time,
die?
like, yeah.
Oh my
yes.
God. This is crazy that they're not talking about it.
Well, they're talking about Charlie Kirk right now.
Right,
but
that's not fair.
But that's what I was going to bring up, though. Like, ultimately, like you were saying, like, you hope that we start talking about guns and mental health and stuff.
Because here we are,
because we hear, yes, you're right, exactly, another school shooting. But love, that's not happening.
Okay.
The story already on the news is that we need to get these gun-toting criminals off the street, and they're not talking about the white mass shooters. They're just not. They're not. They're still talking about people that they imagine are killing people in Washington, D.C. What we have to understand also, what we should understand is love. Why do you remember, why the National Guard is out in D.C. right now?
Because of what happened to the guy?
What happened to Big Balls? Big Balls got beat up by like a 15-year-old girl. They made a whole fuss out of it, and now we have National Guard in the streets of D.C. We know National Guard, they're not going to send them to Utah. But from this, they are going to make some type of law or executive order or push something through that is going to be hazardous for U.S. citizens. It's going to be aimed at a certain demographic of people, but ultimately, that shit backfires. It's gonna F everybody. So these are the things that we need to be on the lookout with activities like this.
I was gonna say, am I on? You were mentioning earlier how, and I think you mentioned at the beginning of the show, how there's a lot of narrative online at the moment with some folks instigating violence, against others, because they obviously don't know who did it, and they think it was a black person or a brown person, and they're basically just instigating. And you got to be careful out here, because there are going to be a lot of people that are angry and are hateful and thinking that we did something. One of us did something. So keep an eye. I'm just saying, we got to keep an eye out and stay home. Stay home is what I'm going to say, because we don't know what people are thinking.
That's true. Go live your lives, guys. Honestly, live your lives, but with an extra sense of caution, because we are in days and times that are very, extremely unpredictable. We are in extremely unpredictable days and times, and it is sad. Yes, in the school, children were hurt. There were other people hurt at the shooting with Charlie Kirk shooting.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
So no one's talking about it. First of all, I didn't even hear anything about the school shooting. I've been watching TV for the last since 3 o'clock, almost 4.
Take over.
So basically, unfortunately, this has been the big news, and no one's talking about how children got hurt out of school today.
Evergreen High School in Colorado.
Mm-hmm. In Denver.
Suspect was also injured. I think they caught him because he was being treated for his injuries.
Wow.
Juvenile male.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Hmm?
I didn't mean that. I meant that. No, that was a joke. We don't know who the suspect is.
They haven't announced who it is.
Yeah, they haven't announced it. But it happened just after 1:30. People could be seen.
So right before
exiting,
Kirk.
the school single file. A mother spoke with CBS Colorado, said her son was near a door when the shooting happened. Freshman was in the lunchroom when he said he heard about 15 to 30 gunshots. They said, I know they've done drills at school and classrooms, but they were at lunch, the woman explained. So that's what something that many of the students have said, is that they just didn't even know what to do, like a lockdown drill with this happening at lunch. Wow. So that's another thing. Now they got, like, I don't know.
But where would you hide? If you're in a big old lunchroom, there's nowhere to go.
That's what the training's for, to figure that out. Like obviously, I wouldn't find it too far out of the question for people to be at lunch when a school shooting happens, and school shootings happen so damn often that I'm sure there are children at the lunch period. I know that's what happened in Colorado. I'm old school with it.
Am I on?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I mean, it's so scary though. Like, yeah, and Sherry said that I hadn't heard about it either. They have not talked about it at all, because it was overshadowed by Charlie being shot. But nonetheless, I think school shootings are also becoming like a normal thing. I feel like we hear it so often that people are just not have no feelings towards it. It's just like, oh well, another one. It's just so sad.
Right. I mean, if I throw up this picture right now of the actual like images of the school shooting, you're going to see another Colorado school suspect from an older school shooting. Mm-hmm. We know that there was the Littleton, Colorado Columbine. There was a school shooting. We know that in Colorado there was a shooting at the movie theater. Remember that one? Yeah, so why do we not have National Guard in Colorado right now? I need to know. Let me know. 313-825-5557. Because it's out of hand in Colorado. Like, yeah. 313-825-5557. 57. Let us know. National Guard to Utah and Colorado coming up. All right, I'm still here with you guys. I'm gonna push. Oh, yo, you know we gotta talk about Hyundai Karen. Yeah, Hyundai Karen. Gross. All right. Talking shit, getting clicks, original podcast. It's Wednesday and it's we live. Mo 3 times, Ev love. We talking to the people. All right, so far we've been talking about the assassination of Charlie Kirk shooting. And now we are going to get into this little junk about this Hyundai Karen. Have you heard about Hyundai Karen at Love?
I was just saying I have not. I don't know what this is.
All right, so check this out. Check this out. This lady is Hyundai Karen. All right, Hyundai Karen, her real name is Tory Branham. Age 47, MAGA-aligned Republican, former U.S. Marine, firearms instructor, running for Georgia's 12th congressional district in 2026. As you can tell, this filtered, filibustering, felonious, whatever. Yeah, this lady is making the headlines because she tipped off ICE. She tipped off ICE.
Oh, she did?
She ratted on people for ICE love. But I don't think you understand. Basically what happened is she claimed that she heard rumors about foreign workers at the Hyundai LG battery mega site. And she did her own little investigation, as Karens do. They like to investigate on their own. Huh? Yeah, she definitely had time. And she submitted a tip to ICE. She's been posting, being profiled as the tipsters. And this is since the raid. This is according to the Independent, the Daily Beast, and some sources on Reddit. Now, on September 4th, 2025, the Hyundai Motor Group Meta Plant EV factory campus near Elabelle, Bryan, Georgia County, multi-agency operation. This is ICE, HSI, FBI, FTA, ATF, GA, State Patrol, all the alphabet boys. Over 475 people detained. 300 of them were South Korean nationals, right? Now, officials called it the largest single-site immigration enforcement operation in DHS history.
Were they illegal?
Rock with me. Now, did Tory's tip actually trigger this? I asked this question because online they were like, no, they were going to do it anyway. Yeah. She says she filed the ICE tip and communicated with an agent positioning herself as the spark. Media in the U.S. and Korea have covered her claim and backlash. And ICE calls it, but ICE does call it a culmination of months-long investigation, even though they filed the search warrant on September 2nd. Now, so her tip might have been one input into an ongoing probe, not necessarily the lone trigger, but that's what we got.
She was the trigger that started the investigation.
Right. Now, there we go. Anyway, I said they raided it because there were hiring violations, unauthorized employment via contractors. HSI says it followed an extended investigation. Now, there were some complications. An ICE leak doc shows at least one detainee had a valid visa, yet was pushed into voluntary departure. Attorneys say dozens may have been here legally. Local news reported 80 to 90 Koreans detained were lawful entrants. This is now a credibility and a due process fight, and we already know this administration is all against the due process, right? So, what we got was mass departures, which is the 300 South Korean workers were slated to fly home today on a chartered flight that was arranged by Seoul. That's South Korea. Now, diplomatic friction spiked, and South Korea's foreign minister has gotten involved. I had a theme for this show before I started it. You know what I'm saying? My theme for this show was called Home Base, right? I don't know if you realize this, love, but I am a black military veteran, 80s baby with excellent taste for art, culture, literature, food, what have you. Right? So I like to talk to my black people. And the show was really going to be called Home Base because it has been my observation that black Americans don't have a home base. Now, America should be our home base, but come on, let's keep it real. We know how we've been treated here historically, presently, and what looks like how we're going to be treated in the future. So it wasn't really like we were really represented by the United States consistently, legally, constitutionally, any type of lease, right? My thing is that that sets us apart from a lot of the immigrants are here. Because say if there's a whole bunch of South Koreans and they are seemingly being targeted by police, South Korea will call in, talk to the president. They got embassies. They got all that stuff to help their people out. If Italian Americans find themselves being targeted by police, Indian Americans, they all have consulates and embassies. We do not have that. We are at the mercy of the United States of America, who have historically discriminated against us. Like legally sanctioned discrimination against us. So usually a lot of these stories do harken back to a home base. So while this situation with Hyundai Karen calling ICE on these Korean nationals or whatever, they were able to get a little extra spark and some help from their government because they have a home base, which I think is just a great thing to have for any group in America. Huh? I mean, my home base is right here. This is what we got. But, babe, you're not going to be doing that paperwork for me. Hold on for a second.
Oh, I was going to say, but there's certain parts of America where you can go and feel like your home base. There. Because, like, we have been to certain places where, you know, it's the population, it's a large black people. And I can tell that you feel like you're home. I can tell. You're happier. You're like interacting with people differently. You feel more like, you know, and I think you've even mentioned to me that how you feel more like,
I get a little vibrance when I'm around my people. Like,
absolutely.
When we went to DR, you turn into a whole different type of, little beautiful lady there.
But when we went to South
streets.
Carolina also, I felt like you were, I don't remember where we went, but I felt like
I was home?
Yeah.
Like I'm a country boy at heart, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think I am.
And a couple other places we've been to where I felt like I
felt like I could move around a little easier. A little easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful to even have that. It's beautiful to have that, and that's great. But I'm talking like not just in like a cultural sense, but more of a political sense. Like I can go to South Carolina and it's gonna feel great. But if them poes come in there, if those state boys come running up, like I'm hit. You know what I mean? And they're hit too. So that's all I mean about. But like I get what you're saying, and I love that you observed that about me. You be paying attention to me. I like that. All right. So the 300 South Korean workers, they were slated to fly home today. All right. And then the Georgia's investment dream wobbled because the raid shook confidence in Georgia's EV, which is the electric mobility hub, because, we're going to electric, whether you guys like it or not. They don't know if they want to deal with the U.S. anymore over this. I mean, I wouldn't. That is a big plant, though. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do all of that right there. One little misclick.
So why do you think that plant specifically was hiring all those people? What do you think the reasoning is over Americans?
What do you mean for that?
Because she's obviously angry, and she called because she thinks that they're taking, her people's jobs.
All right, well, let me tell you what. Racism is expensive as hell, and it's cost America a lot over history. It's cost. She's racist. All right, we used to she's racist as F. I'm pretty sure she's proud of it. But yeah, she saw some Asian people there. They're working. My man ain't working at home. What she didn't realize is that, hey, these guys came over to build the plant because unlike America, we used to have auto plants. We really don't have those anymore. So they're in other countries. So when there's people that are experienced in building auto plants. We don't have that experience here in America because we don't build shit here anymore. So they sent the builders to come over to America to build the plant. And at which point, there were supposed to be slated like 8,500 American jobs, right? Now, check this out. When Biden killed the Keystone Pipeline, the right wing went nuts. And that was over 1,100 jobs. Hyundai Karen right here just killed 8,500 jobs. I don't know because they said that's like a gang thing. I don't know if I can do that because you can't do that in the NBA now anymore. But
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm hitting them with that. I don't know if that's the John Moran or whatever. I just cracked my knuckles on the desk. It hurt, but I don't feel any pain.
I was looking at the comments. Am I on?
Yeah.
Sherry was saying that here in Jersey, there's a slight home base. She enjoys going to Burlington County. We're in Burlington County because I don't really know Burlington. And Ma would love to go and feel at home base also.
I don't like people. Yeah, we will go out to eat over in Burlington. Yes. Yeah, but I don't mean. I mean, like, listen, Burlington County. They send those posters. That's what it is. I mean, like, politically, we need to have that home base where they see something we can have, and also if it gets too hot out there, if the heat is too heated, you can go back to your country. A lot of people do. A lot of people enjoy dual citizenship.
Yes, I have citizenship. So I love that. I love that I have that. I unfortunately can't take advantage of it because I have a job here in America that doesn't allow me to work from. But yes, I was looking at the next by Winnie saying how she understood it was from her understanding. If you look and sound like you work a low-paying job, you going home. You are going to go home. So yes, me, although I am a U.S. citizen, I think I need to start walking around with my passport because I look and I sound like what I am. And although I may not work at a low-paying job, who knows? They may think my job is low-paying. Who knows? What's low-paying? What's considered low-paying?
Everything.
I don't know. Everything these days with this economy. No, but seriously, it's scary.
Dream
It's scary.
is dead.
I'm standing with you,
Yeah. It is crazy.
I've heard of Willenboro.
Yep.
Never been to
Nationality. There's no. How about Liberia? We gonna know
You want to go to
Liberia?
Liberia?
I do not. I mean, they speak English over there, though.
Do they?
Yeah, Donald Trump didn't even know that. He was like, "You speak
Oh,
English
yeah,
so well."
yeah,
Remember
no,
that?
yeah. How do you
Fucking
speak English
dummy.
so well?
Oh my god!
I love Trump. He's a
Stupid.
mess. I gotta laugh.
Like he's stupid for even making that comment. Like that's.
I guess I'm ignorant as well. But I'm not the president.
Yeah, but are you gonna be like, "Oh,
You
you
should be
speak"?
educated.
When have you
Whenever
ever
I have
told
a
somebody, "Yo, you speak English so well"?
When I have a meeting with someone, I'm trying to learn as much as I can.
Uh huh.
Be prepared for that meeting. Isn't that what people do?
Right.
He went into a meeting blindsided. He had no idea. And then he made that comment.
You don't even have to be blind. Just don't make that comment. He went and he was already blindsided. Even if he doesn't read first and foremost. I mean, I don't even want to go in on Trump because we already know it's not even worth it.
Everyone in Africa, we already know what he thinks Africans are.
Roger.
He thinks they're dumb. He thinks they're less than because they're black. Like what
Right.
they all think.
That's what they
us
think.
That are brown and black. Like that's what they do.
That's true. Yeah, all right. So, there's been a lot of commentary around this. Enforce the law. A lot of people are like, you just kneecapped the advanced manufacturing in the United States. Unions and local press piled on Hyundai's contractors about safety conditions. So they were going at people. But at the mega site, it's possible related that there's going to be some costs and overruns. That's if South Korea decides to come back to the table and finish building that site. And that's another thing about a whole base, because guess what? Korea could just pull the hell out of that deal. I'm pretty sure it might cost them some money, but all money's not good money. Ooh, I don't even know why that happened.
Look, the president stated that they are smart people and that they can teach it stuff as long as they're legal. So if you're illegal, you're done immediately. Immediately disqualified as intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I agree. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Oh, I've been waiting to use that one. Talking shit, getting clicks. We live. I'm out 3 times. I am in this place. With F love. And we got more for you.
Charlie.
Are you just talking to talk or? You want? Okay. Oh, I love it. The Carlos Brown. Was he MK Ultra? Love, you don't know about this guy?
Apparently, I don't know anything about anything because I didn't know about this other lady either.
All right, so you didn't know about Hyundai Karen. By the way, hold on, let's hear from Hyundai Karen before we even go there.
Is she trying to defend herself? Let me see.
I don't even know. I just saw a video of her talking. I said, let's play it. 107. It's 1:07. Rock with me.
Just wait until the rest of the story comes out about this raid. And the other information that I passed along about some other factories has a little bit to do with human trafficking and people being brought here against their will to this country, basically put in slave labor. It's all going to come out. It's going to come out. Probably there are dead bodies buried at some of these places because they didn't want to call the police and let them know that they were hiring illegal labor. That's all going to come out. But imagine being mad. I didn't have anything to do with the Korean aspect of it, but I don't like modern day slavery. That is not okay. But imagine being someone who reported your neighbor for not covering their face up in 2020 or because they left their yard during a curfew. Okay, but then being enraged because somebody reports literally people's lives being endangered. And that doesn't make me a racist. And I'm sorry, but the people that align with me agree with me. And that's what matters. And everything that's going on is what I voted for. This country needs to be cleaned up. I just want to say.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Just getting over a summer cold, if you will.
Oh yeah, that's why she was reporting it. She was so concerned.
You know what? Let's keep our ears out.
was
Maybe
so
there will be some
concerned.
updated news, and maybe they will find some Jimmy Hoffas buried under that Hyundai EV plant. Hopefully. Oh my God. She's running for Congress. She's running for Congress.
She went too, 'cause what is it, 4 days?
But it doesn't. You know what? She's right. This is America we live in. It don't matter. As long as the people with her believe she's right, she's right. We don't need facts. We don't need to qualify anything. You just need to have somebody that says, I second that opinion, and guess what? You're good to go. Carry your papers. That's right, Wendy. Carry your papers because we are now in West Berlin. Where are your papers? Where are the Jews?
My papers.
Huh?
Maurice said that he.
See, Evelyn's gonna be funny, and she's gonna try to take a picture, and I have a digital copy, and they're gonna see it, and they're gonna know it's real, and they're still gonna clink her.
He can't wait for me to go to DR. He cannot wait for me to be sent to DR.
The thing is, she thinks she's gonna get sent to DR.
Where the heck am I gonna send me?
You're going to El Salvador.
El Salvador?
You're
for
going
what?
to
I'm Dominican. Send me to DR all day, every day. Boom.
Anybody
want to
tell her? Tell her where she's going. Everybody in the chat.
Beach every day.
Where do y'all think they sending love
They
back
better
to?
send me to DR.
See, we laughing
Right
right
to
now.
the-
This
right
time
to
next
Punta
week, I could
Cana.
be on
That's
here
where I'm
like,
from.
yo,
Send
my
me
God.
right there.
Hold on. This is how next week's show gonna go. Hold on.
So, what's the beef here exactly?
This doesn't have much to do with your specialty, which I understand is marine law. We got
First of all, I have no idea what's going on. Something just started playing. I don't know where it's playing from, and it's upsetting me. Oh, here we go. Oh, it was still a Facebook video going there. But honestly, this is how it's going to start. The show's going to start next week. I always mess up. Hold on, here we go. All right, guys. Scratch it. Ladies and gentlemen, Love's gone. They sent her to Seaside. I told you guys she was going to El Salvador. I can't even put no money on her books. I gotta train pigeons to bring her a makeup brush. Yep. Craziness. Ooh, my baby sent me a pumpkin spice latte. Get you through those hard times. That's crazy. I would boof it for you and come visit you.
be happy.
Yep, I would put that iced coffee in my prison pocket. My iced latte in the prison pocket and walk it into you. Boof it out for you. Just mess up my insides for you, boo. No, but please walk around with your papers right now because it's crazy. It's crazy out here.
What's the papers? My passport? My license? My social security?
I don't know. You need something.
What's papers?
I don't know. You need
what's acceptable?
you need 2 reels holding the American flag doing a TikTok dance. Like a black girl TikTok dance that was stolen by a white girl.
Trump was
That's
the
number one.
president when I became a
You need to be
citizen. He
doing that
welcomed me
dance while wearing some
personally
gold
to
Donald Trump
America.
shoes and a MAGA hat.
He welcomed me personally to America. You witnessed it.
Now, when you
were
talk, you're gonna say,
there.
"I will vote for Donald Trump," but you're not gonna say it with no accent. How you gonna say it? Say it with the regular accent. Let's hear it.
What regular? I'm.
Put your American
I will
accent
vote
on.
for Donald Trump.
No. Say it in your regular American accent. Let's hear
What
it.
American?
Let's hear it.
I'll vote for Donald Trump.
Oh Lord,
I'll vote for Donald Trump.
she's a goner.
Donald Trump.
Oh my God. It's gonna be an opportunity to sleep good because I won't have nobody pulling covers off me or leaving the TV on. But damn, I'm not gonna be able to sleep because my boo's not next to me. It's gonna be crazy. I'm melatonin, some indica. We'll get through this. All right, they're not gonna take her away. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DeCarlos Brown Jr.
Look at the Carlos Brown Jr.
I'll tell you what DeCarlos Brown Jr. did. All right, so check this out. It was the night of August 22nd, 2025, aboard a Charlotte's Lynx Blue Line. That's like a town train. Now, a young Ukrainian refugee named Irina Zarutska, 23, boarded the train after finishing a long day at work. Her eyes were on her phone, and she was just like a little hopeful soul seeking peace after fleeing war in Ukraine. Little did she know what lay ahead. DeCarlos Brown Jr., of 34 years old, sat behind her. He's homeless. He was grappling with actually diagnosed schizophrenia, and Brown had a long criminal record. You're going to hear people bring up Brown's long criminal record of 14 arrests since 2011 for offenses including felony larceny, armed robbery, breaking and entering, and making threats. You're going to hear about this for the next week or two because, like I said, they are now turning their attention to the group of people that they have always really wanted to cleanse from America. So, like I said today, Charlie Kirk was murdered today, and we are assuming right now, scientific estimating that it's a white male that probably killed him, and yet Fox News is throwing around racist dog whistles, which would make you think that somebody that looked like Kanye West, but acted like, I don't know, Geronimo Pratt shot and killed this man. I don't know. I know it seems stupid, but I know these things. You got to trust me on this. Trust your brother. Now, they're going to talk about his arrest. So within 4 minutes of being on that train, DeCarlos grabbed a pocket knife from his pocket, and he stabbed Irna 3 times from behind, including once in the neck, fatally killing her. I didn't mean to do that. Go that way. Right? Now, the surveillance footage captured the scene. She was startled at first. You can see, I saw this video, and it happened so quickly and brutally. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. And as he walked away, commuters were unaware at first, because when you get on that train, you mind your business. I ain't gonna lie. I rode that subway in DC. I rode DC Metro, and I would put my headphones on. I would be on my phone, but I'm not gonna lie. I will peek around and see what the hell was going on, because that's what you got to do, bro. One earbud in, not both of them. You don't want to drown the world out, because something like that might happen.
He was dripping blood all over the train.
Right, but I mean, at first they didn't see. She was probably shocked. I mean, in the video, she looks. It's crazy. Anyway, he walks away. They're unaware until they figure out what's going on, and then everything is chaotic. Brown was later on the platform taken in custody, while he himself, like the kid in Colorado, was being treated for injuries. All right, but let's check this out. Yeah, he had a lot of prison time. He had brief commitments for mental health. Earlier in 2025, he panicked. He called 911, repeatedly claiming a man-made material controlled his movements. Authorities labeled it as a medical issue, God bless you, and he was released. No formal mental health intervention ultimately materialized. Just weeks before the train attack, a court ordered a forensic mental competency evaluation, but it was not completed. Meanwhile, his family's story was one of violent legacies. I mean, his father and brother were both incarcerated. His brother, Stacy, is serving 27 to 36 years for a murder committed in 2014. So he is from a fractured lifestyle himself. Authorities filed the charges, including causing death on mass transportation. Donald Trump got involved and actually tried to make it a federal crime also, so he can get the death penalty. But basically, his sister described his delusions, claiming that his victims would be people that was reading his mind. So he thought people were trying to read his mind.
Obviously, he has some mental issues.
So yeah, mental illness deserves it deserves understanding. And it's hard because, like, you can see when someone's leg is broken. You can see when someone has a broken nose, and you know how to fix that. Overall,
He's just sitting there. You would think he's probably sleeping.
I don't, like I said before, my experience on public transportation is to shut your mouth, mind your business, but keep an eye out for yourself. That is the only way you're going to move if you're on some type of transit at all. Seriously. Because of the way that we treat people who are mentally ill, and we treat our homeless like they don't have anywhere to go, they have nothing to do, they don't have anywhere to get treatment or a hot plate of food or to wash their bodies. And being in that condition, if you're already mentally fragile, it will drive you over the edge, and it'll just make you worse and worse and worse. And I'm pretty sure him being homeless, he had no way to get medicine or anything like that. Now, what this guy did was terrible, but everybody, he's a victim of the system. And honestly, she's a victim of this system too. And also, the Ukrainians, because she's from Ukraine, fled Ukraine from the war. She was one of the good white people that were able to get on those trains when all the Ukrainians, the black Ukrainians, were like, oh, no, you can't get on the trains to get out of here. She was one of the lucky ones to get out of here. But she came over here, and look at this BS. She had a home base. So Ukraine is in talks to see what's going on. She's going to be represented. They're going to get justice for her death. And there we go, because she got home based. But what's going to happen is we have the school shooting. We have Charlie Kirk. We have this guy stabbing Arinska. Let's check this out. Am I muted here? Oh, sorry.
Far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people.
Did you guys hear that?
Cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people. Really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists. And they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you get bail form overturned. That's how you get 3 strike laws started. I don't want to go into it. Like, a lady lost her life, and this is how we're going to do. We're going to make it political right away. I don't know. Have we ever seen another president like? It seems like it's micromanaging to me. This happened in North Carolina. There should have been like a police chief, maybe the governor, a transportation official. The president of the United States, I get it, but also
a white man doing it to a black woman, that would have never been.
It wouldn't happen, and I mean, come on, there has been many cases for him to go ahead and throw up pictures of white men who have victimized black women since his term has started. We can go down a long list if you want to go there. If not, you can call me 313-825-5557.
We have to respond with force and strength.
That's what you got to do, guys. Respond with force and strength. That's how we do it. That is how we do it. Respond with force and strength. There was riots in Washington, D.C. Commissions after riots. Commissions prescribe a remedy for the city, for these urban cities. And the prescription that they prescribe is usually education and jobs and community programs. But not in this administration, because we use force. That's how we get rid of everything. We use force, strength, and force. But yeah, that's what they've been using this whole time, strength and force, and that's usually what causes these problems. I would think that if he used a little bit of some soft skills, such as, let's get these guys some therapy, let's get some medicine, which, I mean, with the big, beautiful bill, that shit's out the window. So he's sitting here complaining about a problem that he has helped to exacerbate. That's all I'm
be
saying.
vicious, just
I don't even like the cut of his jib. I just don't. I don't like the cut of the jib. Oh man, I didn't mean to hit that button, but it's so damn on time. Talking shit, getting clicks. We live. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Gotta show you. This is our show. Tomorrow's 9/11. Tomorrow's 9/11. Tomorrow is the anniversary of 9/11, and I want each and every one of you to go ahead and Google World Trade Center, the third building, the other Trade Center building. Do that for me. Love. It happened in 2001. Yep, 9/11, 2001. I don't know. My maths, I can't count. I can tell you this, though. Why are they trying to kill Greta? Why are they trying to kill Greta?
Why? What a question. I'm surprised she's still alive.
That's how he's trying so hard to have this racial war. Thank you, flashback. Oh! I just want peace. Flashback. Richard Hatcher, I like, what else? He's here with me. 24 years. They trying to kill Greta. Greta. Yo, check this out. This is Greta Thunberg. She is a 22-year-old Swedish climate activist, and she rose to global fame back in 2018. This was her back in 2018, when at age 15, she began skipping schools on Fridays to protest outside the Swedish parliament. Her Fridays for Future campaign ballooned into worldwide youth climate movement. Thunberg has addressed the UN. She's been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize multiple times and is as famous for bluntly scolding world leaders, with her how dare yous, as she is for mobilizing millions. Now, this year, she joined the global Smooth Flotilla, or Flotilla, double L's? All right, GSF. And basically, it's a coalition of activists that sailing aid to Gaza to challenge Israel's naval blockade. Now, on September 9th, which was yesterday, a Portuguese flagship in the flotilla named Family Boat. Here you see Family Madeira. Did I say it right? Madeira. All right, there we go. Oh, Madeira. Oh, it's a whole nother word now, huh?
Oh, that's Italian, baby.
Oh, it is Italian, but Italian and Spanish are close, right?
But they're not the same.
But I mean, would that say family boat to you?
Well, Madeira. I don't know what that means.
All right.
Like Madeira without the I in Spanish means wood.
Oh, well,
but I don't know.
Boats are called better for wood floats. I have no idea. Probably. But I mean, but really it's nicknamed the family boat, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably their last name.
All right, I got it. All right, so blah, 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 blah. This boat was carrying Thunberg earlier. It was hit by what activists say was a drone-dropped incendiary device while docked in Tunisia. Fire broke out and nobody was hurt. Now get this. The next day, another early this morning, another flotilla ship, the British flagged Alma, meaning mother, right? That's Latin, right? All right, I think so. Reported a second drone attack at the same port again. A small fire and no injuries. Now, Tunisian officials are saying, yo, there's no drones involved. They said the fires might have come from something mundane, such as a burning life jacket or cigarettes or some type of onboard malfunction. But the GSF is saying that, yo, bro, no, this was targeted attack meant to intimidate us. They released video clips showing fire and claimed evidence of drone fragments. And guess what I got? Some footage. Check it out.
The family boat has been officially attacked. A drone came right above it, released a bomb, and it exploded, and the boat was on fire. Everyone on that boat is okay. The fire is out. They have bombed a boat once again with civilians on it in Tunisian territory. This is an attack against Gaza because they don't want us there.
Once again, a mission full of humanitarian aid, full of medicine, full of food for children that are being starved in Gaza has been attacked, has been temporarily stopped. It's still too early to say who is the owner of these drones, but we know very well, you don't need to be a magician, you don't need to guess very far to know who has been attacking humanitarian missions to Gaza for so long, who has been assassinating aid workers, who has been assassinating medical workers, United Nations workers, civil defense workers, journalists, who has been doing all that on a genocide. So it's not very hard to understand who did this or at the service of who were these drones.
We are living in this mission. No action will stop us. People are mobilizing in Italy, in Greece, and in other ports. And in the coming days, the flotilla will be united in the sea in our mission to break the siege, to end the genocide, and to stand with the Palestinian people in their justice struggle.
Tiago broke it down. He broke down exactly what was going on. He didn't name no names, but he leaned over to some people. He was pointing with his elbows, like it's those people over there. Let me remind you that the people in Gaza are being starved to death over there. There are many videos where they do the humanitarian food drops, and when people go run for the food, IDF soldiers are shooting at them. There was a video that I was watching. I wish I had it right now. And if I can find it, I will definitely try to remind my ADHD brain to bring it back up when next time I see you guys. But there is a video where the IDF is putting out, I guess, propaganda of how they are absolutely positively not shooting at any of the Palestinians during these humanitarian food drops. They actually placed a embedded reporter to go through and just show everybody what a normal food drop looked like. And 2 seconds with him reporting, you heard gunfire close to that area. I'm not talking about across the city or whatever, but like you heard gunfire and you saw people running in the background. They are definitely, excuse me, definitely taking pot shots at people who are just trying to get food to feed themselves and their families. This is the type of world that we are living in right now. Why are you cheering? That's better. No, it's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter. Yeah, craziness. I got a call. Talking shit, getting clicks. We live. It was like a me episode, but now I got somebody on. It's we up in here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to. I'm sorry, caller. I forgot. I forgot something.
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
All right, we got Will on the phone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Coming up on all the screen. I love it. All right, what's going on?
I just wanted to tell you, man, that fart noise that's pretty nasty, man.
Is it really? It sounds
it's pretty nasty. Bro.
I'm gonna have to. This one.
Yeah, that more. Yeah, kind of the beginning. Yeah, all of it actually.
It's disgusting, right? Is it ear catching? Should I get rid of it or keep it? I don't know. I'll have to listen to it back. I think that might be the first time I used it. All right, we'll do. But anyway, what's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. Just grilling up some asparagus as we speak. I'm relaxing this evening, listening to you, man.
What do you think about? How about Charlie Kirk?
It's a shame that they're going to use this man's death, make it political. It really is a shame. You got a wife and some kids that are suffering. So, yeah, this is where we are right now, unfortunately.
He's going to become a martyr. He's going to become a martyr.
He is.
And I know how we have
become
that
one.
don't speak ill of the dead thing, but that's why I thought it was so important to hop on and remind people that this is who this is how he lived his life. And they're going to paint him out as he was some type of hero. And I didn't see
it's
any
hard,
heroics.
right? Because people are going to make whatever narrative they're going to make, but I think you alluded to it earlier. This is how policy begins. Unfortunately, this is how life-changing, watershed moments occur, and that this is just a precursor, really to it happening.
This is the Gulf of Tonkin.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, I ain't going to speak ill of the dead, not at all.
No? Ain't
no but.
Listen,
ain't even no but. Ain't even going to speak ill of the dead.
Are you allowed to speak the truth about the dead?
I mean, my truth, it may be different than the truth. So,
I need
one could say maybe you could make the argument, people can make the argument, oh, he got what he quote unquote deserved, or I think we spoke earlier, and I think and you said it, perfectly, the tongue has the power to speak life or death.
Yes.
And that's it. That's just it, That really is just it. Unfortunately for him at this moment in time, now obviously it'd be interesting to see who and what, if that information isn't doctored or, a farce isn't put on, but
yeah,
guns, that ain't going.
We're not even going to talk about
it could
guns.
be a shooting in Denver.
We're definitely not talking about mental health.
No, nothing changes there.
That budget's not
nothing
going up.
changes there. All these, interest groups, man. NRA is going to pour more money into the next representative that can keep their agenda rocking. So,
right.
I saw a lady right after it happened. He's like, "This is a Democratic leftist BS, and that's how this happened." And the reporter said, "Well, the shooting that just happened was Republican. Is it? How could you say that? Are you serious?"
At a time like
really,
this, how can you? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a thought. That is a.
That's where.
God, that's so perverted.
That's where we're living at, man. This is political. It's political.
This is where we've been living at for a long time. Those little I don't know what are they called, little quips or sound bites. Those are the same sound bites you hear when they're interviewing the average white Southern white lady or man in Mississippi when we're marching for civil rights. These are the same type. That's the same shit they're saying. Ain't nothing changed. You know what we can change, though? How we respond to it. Because back in the 60s and the 50s, we were, rocking the suits and everything and being humble and not wishing ill on the dead. And I agree with that. We shouldn't do that, but you don't want to. No. I'm changing my mind right now. I'm going on a mission right now.
In the middle of it.
I'm switching right now. This is what I think we need to do. I like Richard Hatcher said before, and I was like, oh no, sometimes fighting fire with fire is bad. And he said it, sometimes you need to fight fire with fire. We need to fight fire with fire. And you know what I'm going to say? That most of us have good intentions for the United States of America and our fellow human beings. I care about my man on the left and my right. I don't care about the color or anything like that. Given these days and time, I'm a little bit of suspicious of a lot of people who ain't rocking with me that I know with for sure. We're in a lot of time of distrust. But I'm going to say I have the power to take their fire and do the same shit they're doing to them, because I know once I reach my goal, guess what I can do? I can take that ring off and throw it into the volcano Mordor or whatever. Because at the end of the day, I can say, Lucius Fox, type this password in, and even though we used this ill-gotten power to get what we got, we were responsible with it, and as soon as we got what we got to where we were getting, we got rid of it. You know? If I'm the only man with the gun and I got everybody like, they're never going to surrender that gun. They are never going to quit. There is never going to be a point where they get to where they're going to be satisfied. They want it all. They want your money. They want your life. They want your motherfucking life. And we're sitting here not wish ill on the dead. Charlie Kirk didn't give a fuck about you, me, or anybody listening to the show that agrees with anything we've been saying today. All right? So we can sit here and be like, he's fucking gone. That's what he is. I'm sorry. But he's gone. He's gone. And I ain't kill him. Hateful rhetoric, mental health, things that he argued with, things that he argued against, got him smacked. That's what happened. I didn't want to say chicken homes coming home to roost, but fucking buck. That's what's happening right now. So, yeah, they're going to use this as a firework to get some other shit started, because that's what they want at the end of the day. They don't care. It can be a white dude that's MAGA and just was like flipped his lid because of some shit that happened to the big, beautiful bill, and he lost his job. And guess what? It doesn't matter. They're still going to find a way to blame people on the left. They're going to still find a way to blame people that ain't them, because they don't give a flying F. They don't care about Charlie Kirk. He's just a tool for them to get what they want. He's a means to an end for them. And they don't care how many people they kill. He's like Ramsey Bolton, right? You remember Battle of the Bastards? Remember Ramsey started the war and he shot the arrows and his men was like, yo, our men are under there. And he was like, I don't care, let loose. That's who we're dealing with. We're dealing with Ramsey Boltons. And we gotta be on our John Stark. Yes, he was brave and he was fair and he was just with his. But that did not stop him from beating that man's ass and putting the dogs on him at the end. This shit needs to stop. That's all I'm saying. I do want to give myself applause here and whatever, but I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, you clip this or whatever. But that's really what it is. Love told me, don't do it. Please don't do it. But it's the truth. The truth.
I told you.
He said it himself. Some people got to be, yep. Love said it. Some people got to be sacrificed. The bad thing, though, is that he's going to be sacrificed for something stupid. No one's going to talk about, people who can do really anything about it in the government aren't going to be cool on getting rid of guns or the mental health or doing something about the homeless. Not going to be doing that. That's not where we headed. That's how I started off the show. Man. Flashback with the power is in the tongue. It's life and death. I know I say some wild and flagrant stuff on here sometimes. And I know lately, because of the frustration of what's going on around me, it has been seeping out. And I try to keep my cool and everything. But come on, bro. I've been trying to figure out, how can we be peaceful? How can we get along? Oh, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can join hands. Oh, just need to talk to each other. We just need to get on the same level so we can get eye to eye and understand. Oh, I need to sacrifice this and you'll be comfortable? Okay, I'll sacrifice this. What are you going to... No, you're not going to sacrifice this? You're just going to push me down even more? How many times? I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cheeks. After them 4 cheeks is up, I can't turn no more cheeks. I can't. I got hands and feet.
That's what that word say,
and
man.
I know how to use
7
them.
7, brother.
I mean, if we're gonna get biblical,
7 times 7.
The Bible has something for all of these situations. for all of these situations. And those stories, not ever all of those Bible stories end up with everybody walking hand in hand to the land of milk and honey.
Right.
Sometimes them shits end up like a Tarantino flick. So this is what we got here. I will say this though.
Yeah.
Just to bring it all down, like, I think it starts with ourselves. You know, mental, physical, spiritual. We are definitely in a mental, spiritual, and physical war. We need to be strong. We need to be together, and we need to trust each other. We do. We really do. Like all of us, we all need to come together. That's the only way this is going to work. And I am totally all in on working with my fellow man and woman to do the best we can to make this earth the greatest place to live on. I am willing to do that. But I understand that there are people out there that are willing to kill, steal, and destroy everything that a lot of us good people dream of. And I don't think that we need to just pop them on the hand or tell them to sit in a corner. Sometimes you got to knock their head off.
Hey.
That's it.
The whole head, huh?
The whole head. The head of the snake. We got rattlesnakes too. You got to get the rattle to chop his tail and his head off.
A lot of them snakes, man. You're gonna be cutting. We gonna be cutting for a while. I think you're right. Yeah. It takes everybody. You know, Karen ain't listening. Karen ain't feeling that. Karen trying to win a Congress seat, and she's going to use the rhetoric and the division and the divisiveness that we see every single day, and what people are reacting to get what they want. Yeah, she might have set back, you know, international relations because she's, you know, messing up a plant and all that jazz, and she wants to be online and tell the world she did it.
Yeah, and now
that's what wins. That's what wins elections.
It wins elections.
That's what wins these people. These disgusting, ain't it?
Yo, I think it was Wisconsin. It is disgusting, but hey, let's turn this into a positive. Let's turn this into a positive right now, because while we were going through the news, what is his name? There it is. Brian Still, the representative from Wisconsin, was at a town hall. He faced booze, interruptions from his constituents at town hall, and basically they told him it was time to go. Time to go. And these are people in his congressional district that voted for him. And I know Wisconsin was it was like a swing state, right? It was Biden's, and then it flipped back to Trump. But before that, it was like Republicans out the wazoo. So like there are some people that are waking up. Some people were just racist because it helped their pocket. And now that they see their pockets hurt and they're realizing that, racism causes more money. It causes money. All of this division costs more money. Costs us more money. This lady
we'll see how they feel when these primaries run. We'll see how those numbers look when these primaries run. How mad people really are.
We are really going to see it
how
in 2026.
upset are people really. Make it hard for them to cheat.
We're talking about the primaries are a
Make
year
it really hard. Yeah.
A year away.
Absolutely.
With the Trump administration
you gotta keep the same energy.
With these voting laws being and policies just being changed up for to help a certain group. It's going to get crazy.
That's why it's harder now.
It's going to get crazy.
That's why it means more now.
We should be voting on our phones.
That's why it means more now.
Really?
Yeah.
If I can
And
get on my online and bank on my phone, I should be able to vote from my phone.
yeah, that 62-year-old who can't see that phone may have a problem casting that vote.
You know what? I got some people that I know and love that are in their 60s, and you know what they did? They just made that font a little bigger. They're gonna be all right. I mean, we can give them lessons and stuff like that. I know technology. Somebody hit that wrong button, it's over. But you need to have that. Are you sure you voted for? Are you sure? You need to have a couple of those. Are you sure screens before you're out. Like so much so that it's like a joke on social media. Like, damn, they asked me, "Are you sure?" and people making memes of it.
That's how some of my bills go unpaid. Are you sure?
Yo, one time something happened. I was like, yo, I did not do secondary authentication for this. Like, oh man, I don't even know what email account that is.
I'm like,
man,
I got way more money at the end of the month than I usually got. I must have did good budgeting.
Nah, buddy.
Nah,
buddy.
Are you sure button kept coming up.
Get out of here. Oh man. All right, it's getting late in here. We were gonna talk Trump and the Epstein birthday book. That's where I was gonna go with it. That is where I was gonna go with it.
You should save that, man, because I was off. Well, there was some $22,000 payment or something. Did you hear about that, or is that some kind of fake stuff I was hearing?
Hold on, I got you right here.
I mean, we don't got to push it. We won't push it.
I mean,
I still got to eat.
We won't push it, but I will bring it up. We'll get to this. There's a check. This is Joe Pascal, businessman, longtime Mar-a-Lago member. And this is the check. It said Jeffrey Epstein, $22,500. That is a fake check, obviously. Now, if I show you this, this was in the birthday book. As you can see, this is a house oversight. It has a number. This is actual evidence, and then it has a nice little note under it. It's kind of hard to see, but don't worry, I got you. It says Jeffrey, showing early talents with money and women, sells fully depreciated blank word. I guess a derogatory term for a woman, to Donald Trump for $22,500. Showed early people skills, in quotes, too, as well. Even though I handled the deal, I didn't get any of the money on the girl. This is what they were doing. This was in the book. They had their little inside jokes on the and Will, as I'm reading these articles and I'm looking through, there is a PDF link to the entire book. I think they scanned the entire book and it's on one of the government sites. I had the link. I can't find the link right now. But yeah, these are things that we'll get into this later, but this just shows you that they were on some bullshit over there. And also, I came to the conclusion that I think Donald Trump was like, he was in a group, but he was that friend that they all roasted and talked shit on. That's what I think. I think he was the friend that tried too hard, Donald Trump was. Because even when, you see that video with him talking to Epstein at the party, and he's all in his ear, and Epstein's kind of like smirking, like, oh my God, this guy's a douche, or whatever. And then I guess he says something that actually makes him laugh. Like, I think Donald Trump they kept him around, because he was useful. He had some dough, and they could make fun and pick on him. That's what I'm thinking. That's just my theory from reading through this stuff right now. Interesting stuff. I do want to get to this. Yo, did anybody see Highest to the Lowest out there? Well, did you know Spike Lee and Denzel linked up for another movie?
I did see them doing commercials for that.
I love Spike Lee.
I haven't watched it.
Any
good?
Yeah, him, Tarantino, Clint Eastwood. I like all those as directors. I mean, I don't like Clint's politics, but he can make a movie.
What's the dude? What's the drug dealer from Rock? He was talking. He was talking kind of crazy about Spike.
I know
he didn't like his business practices.
Oh, man. I was just looking at him because he was talking about stuff too. Like when he was Hollywood, he had parts, and they were like, he's too dark skinned for it. Pops knows him. My dad knows him. Like they're
word.
Yeah. Dad, who's the actor y'all went to go see the other year? Like summer or two ago. You know who I'm talking about? He played Cuddy in Dead Presidents. What is his name? I got a computer on him. He played Chauncey in Minister Society. Fix me up some links and grits. They have his face. I'm looking at his face. I know his name.
Karen's lips looks horrible on that thumbnail, man. I can't.
Clifton Powell.
Clifton Powell, yes.
Who's?
Yeah, he's been making the rounds.
Yeah, he's doing it. I'll throw him up there. That guy.
Can't see.
Yup, Pinky. You gonna make me spill my yak?
Yeah. One more. Say it again.
My God, he stole that scene. He stole that scene in there. Watch how you hitting them corners, baby. Make me spill my yak. But I just got to check out Highest to Lowest. Let me tell you the reason why I watched it. I wasn't going to watch it. Like I wasn't going to the movies to watch it, but they put it out on Apple Plus, and they put it out so quick. I was like, oh no, like it must be terrible. It must be terrible. But I was in here yesterday watching. I was like, yo, it's pretty good. I had one problem with one of the actresses, the actress that played Denzel's wife. I thought she did it like a couple horrible scenes where she wasn't just the best actor there. I also would put that on Spike too, because at the end of the day, you're the one yelling cut or saying do another take. But it kind of worked out because it led me to believe, somebody who understands the endings of all movies, it kind of led me to believe something about her that wasn't actually true. And I kind of surprised myself, but it was really entertaining. The overall acting was was good. It was written in that Spike Lee style where it's kind of like it's like a play, but it's a movie. And it just had a lot of elements in there. They broke the fourth wall. I do not remember seeing where he uses the dolly, that dolly
effect,
effect. I love that effect. But it was a really good movie. It still had his Spike Lee signature like soundtrack and sound to it, which I thought he could have updated it since it involved like the music business. So like a clash of new music and old music. Other than he usually does like that bland jazz background that we've become used to. So that was in there. But other than that, it was a pretty good. Definitely Spike's signature movie. A lot of people were like thrown off by it, by the soundtrack. I think some of the younger people. But other than that, I thought it was good. I would give it out of 10. I would give it an 8.25 out of 10. He updates the music in the background, and I don't know. I wouldn't say develop. I think that's just his style. But sometimes I don't like when he does it like looks like a play, kind of like it's like play dialogue, not movie dialogue. If you know what I mean. So
right. Broken up, kind of.
But it was good. At first, I was like, damn, Denzel teeth big as hell. Denzel's old too. He's making his rounds. Denzel is becoming old man, like grumpy old man.
Yeah. He's saying it all too. Live TV.
Yeah. He does not care. He's on his Bill Cosby-ish, but without the that corniness to it. And I don't believe he's slipping anything into anyone's drink. ASAP wasn't bad. And the guy who played his son did a very good job. I thought it was a good movie. Plus Jeffrey Wright was in there. So, I mean, Jeffrey Wright, you can't go wrong with that. But another Spike movie, if you guys haven't seen it, it's called Highest to Lowest. As you can see on this thumbnail right here, it's ASAP Rocky, Denzel Washington. Pretty damn good movie. Yep. Yep and yep. Yeah. Will, you got anything?
Peace and love, man.
That's what it is. Love.
Be good people. Be a good person.
Love went to sleep. She's disheveled right here. Like everybody's just. Yo, Will, when you came over, I didn't have the seats. We just got a nice little couch in here, right? Like with the with a little chase, like a kind of like a sectional, like I have a sectional on this because it's small, and it's
kick
comfy
your feet
and
up.
it's yeah, you can kick your feet up, and she kicked those feet up. It looked like she done did like 8 hours, but she probably been knocked out for like 20 minutes here, watching me ramble. All right,
That's a good purchase.
please give us some wisdom, because I went out there, I shared my heart with you guys tonight, and I know I might have a little attitude and some tone, and I might have been a little emotional, but man, I'm not lying to you. You guys are getting like my true unadulterated thoughts right now, and that's what it is. Take it, leave it, like, share, subscribe, do what you want to do there. But we need the wisdom.
Sounds good to me.
We need the wisdom. All right.
Oh, we need the wisdom?
Yeah, give us the wisdom.
Man, I think Ev, I think she gave the best wisdom of the night, man. You know, stay in the house. You know, stay out of the street like that, because you know you never know. You know, and stay ready, stay prepared. Stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
Yep, stay ready. Don't have to get ready. Those are words to live by, to survive by. I'm on 3 times. That's Will. Love. Django's in the house. Talking Shit, Getting Clicks is the podcast originally. And tonight, we did a little wee live. Everybody, I appreciate for you guys coming out. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you. You should know that I gotta say what's up to my...
Many people know them as the JumpOut boys in their city.
Definitely. All right, I'll see you guys this time next week. I might pop up tomorrow because I'm not even gonna lie, I got like 2 more segments that I didn't get to tonight. That's what it is. Talking shit, getting clicks. Once again, I'm Mo 3 times. I'll see you next time. Peace.